picked it! He picked it! He picked it!
Oh my God.
I was told the game was over! I was told the game was over!
Just
I was
took
told the game was
ball.
over!
Oh my God. Douglas just literally, single-handedly took the ball away. Are you kidding me right now? Holy crap. Kyler Murray, he's in disbelief right now.
I was told the game was over.
Oh my God.
From the LiveX studios in New York City, Cheesehead TV brings you two guys who like to think they know something about football.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Packer Transplants Live. I am Aaron Nagler, and joining me, as always, is Mr. Corey Behnke, my partner here at Cheesehead TV. I'm coming to you live from the LiveX studio in Midtown Manhattan. Corey joins us live from Green Bay, Wisconsin, across the street from Lambeau Field, and we are ready to talk some Packers. What do we have on tap today, Corey?
Today, we wrestle with the Aaron Rodgers news, revel in the win over the Cardinals, and look ahead to Sunday's matchup with the Kansas City Chiefs. But right now, it's time for the good, the bad, and the ugly. We got the good, we got
Razul Revenge Game Douglas.
We got the bad, we got
The State Farm Stadium Turf Robin Dudes of Life.
We got the ugly, we got
Vaccine discourse on Twitter today. UGLY. It ain't got no alibi. It's ugly. What? It's ugly. What's up, Behnke?
true story. What's up? Hey, we're 7-1.
Hey, you know
Wouldn't
how
it today, but we're 7-1.
We're
you
7-1. Awesome game, obviously, against the Cardinals. A lot of that's been forgotten today because of the Rodgers news. Clearly, we'll get to that.
I'm glad we had Carry the G in order to, we got to have that
properly
moment
revel
where,
in the win. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
It was nice.
Absolutely. You know, Behnke, we just, we're on the back end now. Halloween is in the rearview mirror. Do you remember in The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, when Linus says there are three things you should never discuss in polite society, politics, religion, and The Great Pumpkin? Today, I have a new amendment for that. It is, you should not discuss politics, religion, and COVID vaccines. Holy Lord, people. The shit
dear.
I saw online today. Oh,
We're getting to that, though.
my goodness.
Are
So
we
we're going to get to it. We're going to get to it.
No, I'm still. Here's what's
I'm
funny.
just
I'm
like,
still here
wow.
for football, Nagler. What is going on? It's time for my favorite segment of the show. Come on. Why are you making me wait?
All right, let's get to it, people. Let's get to, that's right, the hotness.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the hotness, baby. It's time. There can only be one play. There are a bunch of really great moments in that game on Thursday, obviously, but there is only one play, even in discussion, even in the running for the hotness. Al, roll this stuff, because I just got to tell you right now, this is the hotness. Look at Russell Douglas looking back at the quarterback, making a play on the ball, making sure his feet get in bounds. Should we take a look at him from another angle? Yeah, we should. Look at Douglas owning the moment. Oh, yeah, just going to make sure my feet are down. Then I'm going to raise my hand in celebration and wave goodbye to the Cardinals fans. That, my friends, is the hotness right there. Come on. It couldn't be anything else, right? There's only one.
I like it.
One place the hotness could have been. It was pretty dope. And I will say I'm still kind of living off that high, despite all the discourse online today. But as is our wont, as we have to do, Behnke, we do have to talk about some Packers news. And there's a bunch of it this week, Behnke. Holy Toledo. Leading, of course, with Aaron Rodgers and Kurt Benkert both being out for Sunday's game on the COVID list. Unfortunate, no doubt about it, but that's the world, and we got to adjust, and the Packers will definitely be next man up. Jordan Love, it's your time to shine, buddy. Speaking of the quarterback room, Bortles back, baby.
Oh, dear.
According to something I saw on Twitter, I don't know if this is verified yet, but he was literally on the golf course when he got the call that the Packers wanted him back, and he had to drop his putter and head to a plane. So Blake Bortles will probably, I guess, be at practice tomorrow, provided he gets a COVID test and clears and does the whole 9 yards and is ready to go.
I mean, I guess we have to have a backup.
Got to have a backup. I mean, unless you want to run Randall Cobb Wildcat if Jordan Love goes down. But, you know.
I mean, a lot of ball game left.
Whole lot of ball game left. That's the thing. We are one test away from Blake Bortles being the starter on Sunday.
We are 2 tests away from
Randall Cobb being the starter.
Randall Cobb being the starter. So there you go.
I love it. Continuing on with news, MVS designated to return from injured reserve. This happened a little bit earlier this week. I believe it happened on Monday, and it feels like it happened like 4 years ago. But MVS, yes, designated to return. He will be back for the Chiefs game. Got to love that. The Packers have released linebacker Jalen Smith. Now, this is obviously a move that was kind of in the cards on Thursday night when you saw that he was a healthy scratch. It wasn't a great sign for Smith's, potentially sticking around. Clearly, the Packers didn't have to pay a whole lot for an extended audition from Smith, but the tape down in Dallas definitely ended up telling the story because it didn't look much different in Green Bay. And I will say, thank you to Jalen Smith for the one tackle he made against the Washington football team. That is his enduring legacy in a Packers uniform.
Oh, dear.
A big shout out.
Jalen.
Thanks, Jalen.
Appreciate
Thanks for
it.
that tackle, buddy.
No, didn't you say there was that tackle and then wasn't there something else?
Yeah, there's a missed tackle.
yeah, the missed tackle.
A really bad one against Chicago where the back is out in the backfield. They swing it out to him, and he's just one-on-one in space, and it looks like it's just bad. And I was thinking about pulling the because I know Rob tweeted it out, and I was going to pull the video, but it's like, I don't need to pile on the guy while he's down. It's like, it was a bad play, though. It was very bad. And it was pretty symbolic of what he looked like in general on the field for Green Bay. So, yes, the Jalen Smith era comes to an end. Allen Lazard, however, is back. Off the reserve COVID list.
Nice.
Allen returns, which is nice. Got to love that. This is really up and down on the news front because the next one is not so great. Robert Tonyan and Kylan Hill placed on injured reserve. Obviously, everyone saw their injuries on Thursday night's game. Really feel for both of those guys. Tonyan, especially since he was really just starting to get involved with the offense. I mean, he literally got hurt on his biggest play of the year. So, yeah, you hate it. Hopefully they both come back right as rain, good to go next season. But they are done for the 2021 slate. And finally, a piece of news I know near and dear to your heart, sir. There is a particular state lawmaker proposing the elimination of the stadium district. Now, if anyone is not aware of what the stadium district does or is about, I know a little bit, but I think Corey has probably a better handle on it. Yeah, I can give you the short.
Yeah. So basically, in 2000, they did the half a cent sales tax, right? That created the Stadium District Commission, right? The commission it funded it, paid for it. Then the tax, so a lot of people don't know this, the tax was ended in Brown County in 2015, right? So basically this pile of money that was collected off of a sales tax in only Brown County created the Stadium District Commission. Now, the Packers have their lease with the City of Green Bay and this commission. This commission, District Commission, is based on 3 mayor, GB mayor people are on the board, 1 Schwabenon mayor recommend, and then 3 Brown County. So it's basically an entity created with a pile of money. I mean, they have like $200 million, right? So this state senator wants to break it all apart. Now, what do? They sell bricks for Lambeau Field. They monitor maintenance of Lambeau. It all sounds dumb, but it's like they give the Packers money from this pile of money they have, right, every year. Now, what's cool about it is in their budget, like the college game. So when we had LSU play against Wisconsin, LSU against Wisconsin, when we had Elton John play a concert here. So a lot of people think the Packers do that. Well, the stadium district actually is responsible for that. So if you think about it, like, it's this entity with a crap load of money that's really trying to make Lambeau Field, not just with the Packers but just Lambeau Field better, right? And it's just like he basically wants to break it up, give a bunch of people money, and then give Brown County voters $600. Well, I'm telling you right now, keep my $600 and keep this thing going because it helps everything that's going on here.
Well, that's what's crazy. That's what's weird to me. That's what I don't get. It's
a really good thing.
Well, and it's like it's such. I mean, I don't want to get into the whole thing here, but it is very similar to a lot of the arguments I hear around that area in general as far as like just this insular thinking. It's like, no, there's a wider scope here, and exactly what you're talking about. It helps promote the entire area, not just things that happen at Lambeau, but like it helps everything around Lambeau.
All that would happen if you dissolve it, I thought about this week, all that would happen if you dissolve it is the city of Green Bay would do the job of this district. Well, let me tell you, the city of Green Bay got plenty of other crap to worry about, right? So the fact that this entity is only worried about that mission, right? Supporting Lambeau, supporting the area around it, and also they have 3 part-time employees. Okay?
I know, right? We have to break up this cabal of 3 part-timers.
This bureaucracy of, I mean, really? It makes zero sense. Like, it's so funny. It's one of these things where it's like, oh my God, the perpetuation of government. Oh my God, the perpetuation of a group of voters deciding to pool together their resources for 15 years and creating an entity that is going to have the mission to appropriate those resources. Wow. It's
Stop making sense.
Insanity.
Stop making sense, Behnke. All right, let's get back to football.
I know that's boring shit.
Hey,
I know it's boring shit.
Behnke, this is our show. And if it's important to us, we get to talk about it. That is the gig. That is how we roll. But we will get back to football now. And we'll talk about the offense.
Yes.
Because lots of Aaron Jones and lots of A.J. Dillon is something we saw on Thursday night. And I suspect it's something we're going to see a lot of in Kansas City. What is a quarterback's best friend? Either old or young. It's the running game. And we saw that on Thursday night. We saw how these two bludgeoned the Cardinals into submission. And let me tell you, oh, daddy, after watching the Chiefs on Monday night, I am ready for Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon to completely annihilate the Chiefs' defense, with the run or the pass. But I think this offense on Sunday, with Jordan Love under center, hopefully they get Devontae back. But even if they do, give me this offense running through the backfield. I want Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon to get 20 touches apiece. Like, I want it. This is their game. Should be their time to shine because they absolutely put the fucking team on their back on Thursday, and I expect they will be doing the same on Sunday.
Dude, if Jordan Love passes, here's what I'm going to say, okay? Seeing Jordan Love in training camp, okay? If Jordan Love passes protocol, so if he just has negative tests from now until the game, oh my God, bring this kid on.
Yes.
Like, I feel like, I'm not saying he's going to be like the second coming, but it's like, or the third coming as it were, or the fourth coming as it were. But bring it. Like, we're ready for this. He's ready for this. He is definitely ready for this moment, I feel like.
I agree.
Like, I feel like he's been ready for the last, 2 or 3 months, really.
I couldn't agree more. One of those weapons that he may have to utilize in the passing game, now that Robert Tonyan will be out of the lineup, is Josiah DeGuara. We saw little hints as they adjusted. Obviously, the penalty they had to take because he lined up wrong, and he owned that. He was available to the media earlier this week, and he definitely owned up to it. But his time is now, man. The training wheels are off.
I hope so.
It's time for him to show up and deliver. Because obviously, he's coming back from an injury, a significant injury, start of the year.
Yep.
Didn't exactly light it on fire, but he's been playing better, I think, as the year goes on.
Yeah.
All that, that's great, kind of piecemeal here and there. Now he's going to be the guy. He's got to get going in a big way from kickoff. It can't just be kind of ramping up to it. He is going to have to. Now, obviously, they're going to utilize Big Dog. Daphne will have a say, no question about it. But DeGuara, the time is now. Whether that's in the passing game, whether that's manning up and doing stuff in line and helping chip pass rushers or what have you, he is going to have to be involved. And I, for one, am excited. I'm excited to see it.
I can't wait until we get past the little hints phase of Josiah DeGuara's career.
Agreed. Very, very much so. Someone who gave some nice hints was Juwan Winfrey on Thursday night. Not a bad debut.
Yep.
I know he had a drop, and he had that fumble, which could have been a huge play if he doesn't kick it out of bounds. But
nice debut.
But it was
I know
a nice
he had
debut.
a drop and he almost fumbled.
But he did fumble. But
that was just funny.
But he did.
Just funny.
He
recovered.
His first NFL action ever. He had like 4 catches. I thought he played pretty damn well. Expected for a young guy, raw, hasn't had any snaps or reps, etc. I mean, that's helps in it. Help them to a victory. Just wanted to give him a shout out. And that's the thing.
Nice.
Like, people, You're not going to go to any other show and hear about Juwan Winfrey tonight. I tell you, all week, really. I guarantee you that. Just wanted to give him a little shout out. Not a bad job.
I mean, he did well enough that I now follow him on Twitter. So there you go.
I mean, you talk about a badge of honor.
Why
You talk about arriving.
You know what I need to start doing is you always start drinking as soon as I start talking, and I need to just get the spit take out of you for once. Like I need to
bring
really,
it, Behnke.
I'm not really trying hard enough.
You've come close, but I think you did get me once years ago. But because Behnke, man, it's been a long day, and I haven't drank a drop, and now here I am. So
dear.
it's time to drink.
Oh.
You got anything else on offense? Do you have your notepad? Do you have any notes for the offensive side of the ball here, Behnke?
There's like a Venn diagram for you right now. It's like 3 circles, and one of the circles is talent, and then one of the circles is like old man, and then one of the circles is Wilford Brimley, and you're right in the middle of the circles.
That's amazing. That's incredible. I'm gonna have Eric draw us up like a diagram graphic for that for the next show.
Oh my goodness!
Well, let's just say this: for the first time in the 7-game winning streak. I mean, yes, it took a miracle play at the end to win on Thursday night. Yeah, it took a Mason Crosby amazing kick to beat the 49ers the last second, etc. But I don't think this mustache has been in greater peril than it is heading into this Chiefs game on Sunday.
It depends. Oh, it's only in peril if Jordan Love tests positive. That's the only.
Even if Jordan Love's first start. It's like I'm not expecting him to go in there
I'm ready.
and just throw for 500 yards.
Yeah, but you just said it, though. You just said it.
Jones
this
and Dillon.
might be the time. This might be the time we've been all waiting for all season, right? We're 7-1, and we're still beggars for this, right? We're still beggars for this running game, right?
Right.
So we're winning, and we're beggars for this running game, and now Matt LaFleur has no choice but to run it down the gut. And now we're going to see the Green Bay Packers a running game for the first time, and that's what's going to be so awesome. That's why it's like there's no way he can't.
I will say.
He's not putting Jordan Love in empty freaking 50 times.
Now watch
you know what I'm saying?
Now watch him do exactly that. Now, I will say, I said last week.
Which would be awesome.
That would be amazing. But I will say, last week I said I wasn't sure if pounding the football was in Aaron Rodgers and Matt LaFleur's DNA. And they certainly showed that it is on Thursday night. Like, they bludgeoned the Cardinals.
Yep.
So you have to think, with Jordan Love at quarterback, they will be going even deeper into it. And I hope that's correct, and I hope that's what we see. No doubt about it.
That's definitely what this year we want our offense to have to die on, because that's definitely, it's just, you know, where the NFL is. It's honestly, it's more about, I think you'll agree with this, I don't know, but I feel like the running game, it's more about if you have a good running game in today's NFL, it's the harder thing to defend, right? No matter how good your defense is.
No doubt,
right?
No question about it. Especially if you have to commit numbers to it. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Well, here's my thing. Like, he coming back to this, and we talked about this on Extra Cheese earlier this afternoon when the news broke, and this got mentioned by a ton of people right away. I said it, and it was all over the comments, and I think a lot of people's heads, Packers fans, like diehard Packers fans, the first thing a lot of people thought about was Aaron Rodgers coming in for an injured Brett Favre against the Cowboys on that Thursday night game. Now, the Packers didn't win that game, obviously, but that was a game, probably the first time a lot of people said, maybe they got something here. Like, Aaron Rodgers showed something that game, and we were all, and Rodgers, of his own admission, his own words on the Pat McAfee show last year, he said that was the game that turned around the narrative from potential draft bust, those are his words, to, oh, maybe this kid can play. And I do hope, even if, like, Jordan Love comes out there and he makes some mistakes, first time starting, blah, 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 that is bound to happen. I just want to see promise. Like, yes, obviously I want them to win the game. I don't want to see, Jordan Love put in a bad situation, obviously. But I want to see promise. I want to see potential. And if that's what we see, I'm going to be really excited.
Yep.
That's what it's about for me on Sunday.
I think you're going to see that. I just don't see how you're not going to see that.
I hope so.
Given what he did in training camp
I totally
specifically.
agree. All right, you ready to move on to the defensive side of the ball?
Let's do it. What are you talking about? The most important and most successful part of this Green Bay Packers team?
I mean, the rankings would definitely back your argument there. No question about it. Especially after their performance in Arizona as called by one Jerry Gray. What a job.
Incredible
Jerry
job.
Gray
absolutely
answered the call. And I know KO did his part as far as some of the other calls up front. But, man, you talk about, there's a guy who obviously has been a coordinator twice before, probably doesn't feel like it's too big for him. But it's an awkward situation, the COVID thing, and all of a sudden your DC is ripped away from you. And, Jerry, you got to go out there and do it. Man, he did it. I was so impressed. And going back and looking at the tape and some of the coverages they had when you're watching the broadcast and you see Kyler Murray dropping back to pass, and you're like, okay, here comes the throw. And then he just doesn't have anywhere to go with the ball. I thought they did a phenomenal job of mixing things up. Secondary played way above the level I thought they would in that game. Got to give Jerry a shout. What a performance. Absolutely phenomenal.
Well, and I was watching somebody, I can't remember who was saying this, but the defensive gap play, so the Packers staying in their gaps this season over last season has improved. So that you can kind of see that.
100, yeah, especially against the run, which is interesting, though, because Arizona didn't really commit to the run that much, but when they tried, yeah, I thought the Packers did a good job. What I thought the defense did a phenomenal job of was being very disciplined with their pass rush. Not giving Murray outlets, not committing too far upfield to allow him places to step up and get outside the pocket. Like, they did a great job of maintaining gap discipline and making sure there was nowhere for him to go. That was phenomenal. I mentioned this play of the secondary. Obviously, you can't look at that game and not see Eric Stokes giving up the touchdown early in the game. These are the things you're going to get from a rookie, obviously.
Yeah.
And I know on Watch Party, man, some people were just ready to bury the kid after that play.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
Literally, was that the first drive, I think?
First or second.
Yeah, but it's like, man, this is what you're going to get. Don't be so kind of quick or anxious to bury a guy who's made a mistake in a big moment, obviously. Touchdown, national television. I get it. I get that it's frustrating. But he is growing into a really good player already. Only 8 games into his NFL career. I mean, the sky is the limit for this kid. Absolutely, the sky is the limit. Finally, on defense, I wanted to talk a little bit about Oren Burks. I know.
Can't believe this.
We talk about
this is unbelievable.
Everything on this show. You know what? He's doing just enough. I have been highly critical of the guy, especially from scrimmage. Obviously,
really? Didn't realize that.
Yeah. But, from scrimmage, he's doing just enough. I don't think he's ever going to be a superstar, but, there's a reason they felt comfortable releasing Jalen Smith, and it's because with the packages that he is involved in, he is playing sound fundamental football. He's not a world beater. He's not a physical specimen. He's not someone who's going to wow you, but he's doing enough, and he's doing, as Matt likes to say, his 1/11th. So I just wanted to give him a shout out because, when I am critical of guys, I want to give them their props too. And I after watching that game back, I was like, you got to give it up. He's not been a reason for things breaking open, missed tackles, all the things that have bedeviled the Packers over a number of years on the defensive side of the ball. I think the staff deserves some of the credit because they've figured out a way to utilize him. But yeah, doing just enough, and they're playing winning football. And hell, that's all you can ask, right? Anything else?
Is he really doing his 1/11th, though,
well,
Nagler? I can't believe you kind of said that.
Well,
so every play you think he's doing his 1/11th?
For the most part. More often than not.
Wow. That's great.
At least
that's exciting.
From what I've watched. I mean, I haven't gone back and looked at every single snap he's had this year.
I mean, I haven't. That's why I asked you. It was actually an honest question. I have no idea. I just know how much you harp on him, and then I was surprised that you said he did 1/11th because I'm like, there's somewhere between 1/32nd or 1/53rd and 1/11th, and he's found his way.
All I can do is look at Matt Mamba's comment right now. Let's talk about Oren Burks, my therapist, twice a week. So good. So good.
Oh, dear.
Let's take a quick look.
He's always got it. He's got
the quips. He's got the quips. Let's take a quick look at the Kansas City Chiefs, Packers opponent on Sunday afternoon. Turnovers.
Didn't they didn't they really suck recently? Didn't they get their ass handed to them?
A couple weeks ago, yeah. But Monday they won. Monday night against the Giants. They did not look convincing doing so. And a lot of their problems are due to these 3 words right here. Turnovers, turnovers, turnovers. And it's not just Mahomes. That's the weird thing. It's like You see Mahomes put the ball in jeopardy. Teams are playing a lot of cover 2, and he seems to be a little bit forcing it to Hill, Kelsey, whoever. But man, I think Kelsey had like a one catch for the longest time in that game, and in his second catch, he fumbles the ball, gives the ball away. This team is just like obviously still explosive, still riddled with talent, lots of playmakers. But wow, for whatever reason, Mahomes is just not seeing the field as well as he used to. Like I said, trying to maybe force it a little bit. And the thing is for all the turnovers they had on Monday night, they could have had 2 or 3 more, including the last one that they did pick him off, but there was an offside penalty. Like, man, it is rough to watch.
Doesn't it have to do with their offensive line? Isn't that where everything kind of breaks down for them?
The offensive line is not as good on the edge as it has been in the past. There is zero doubt about that.
Well, like that, haven't they been downhill? I mean, the thing I really take away from the last time they played last year was just them getting dominated on that line.
Well, the Super Bowl was a special thing because they were like 100 people down on the line.
I know it was special, but have they really made up for that? You know what I mean?
Not as much as they probably would have liked to, but there's no doubt the line play has not been as good. There's no question about that. They're really.
So does that mean? Wait a second. Does that mean this is going to be a Slayton? This could be Slayton's
coming out party.
Slayton's game.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I think Rashawn Gary and Preston Smith could eat this game. The potential there, definitely.
What about Dean Lowry, though? I mean,
love me some Dean Lowry. How about Dean? Another game where he almost kills a guy. I mean, when he pushed that lineman back into Murray's lap. My God, Dean, I don't know what's gotten into you, buddy, but keep it up. My goodness. The Chiefs, unlike the Packers, were active at the trading deadline. Probably the big headline was the acquisition of outside linebacker Melvin Ingram, the former Steeler, now Chief, will be trying to bring the heat on now Jordan Love. Would have been Aaron Rodgers, obviously, but will be Jordan Love. Ingram's got some pass rush ability. He should probably help them. It'll be interesting to see if David Bakhtiari plays in this game. Still don't know that. I'm sure Matt and company.
He could, though.
He very well could. But they will probably take that decision as far into the week as they can. But yeah, we'll see if Bakhtiari's up. But if not, it'll be up to obviously Elton Jenkins and Billy Turner to keep Ingram at bay. And then finally, Chris Jones. Still a problem. Still a major issue. And what sucks is that the Chiefs had been utilizing him kind of on the edge a lot more at the first start of this season. And while still good out there, he was not as kind of dominant as he has been inside. He's been playing inside a lot more lately, played inside a bunch on Monday night, and now that they've got Ingram, he'll probably be back to being an exclusive inside-the-box game wrecker. This is going to be a big test. This is going to be a big test for Lucas Patrick, Runyon, Newman. This is going to be a tough one because this guy, he's like Akeem Hicks. He can wreck your world real quick. So Jones is somebody that the Packers will have to account for on each and every snap when he's in the game because he can turn your lights off real quick. You got anything else there, Behnke, before we head?
Nope.
All right, let's do it, Al.
This week in the Packer blogosphere.
That's right. It's This Week in the Packer blogosphere, the return of that venerable series. Corey.
Yes.
I don't know if you're aware.
What happened?
A lot of people were talking about Aaron Rodgers online today.
Oh, my goodness. Aaron Rodgers, you say?
Yes. Aaron Rodgers is apparently unvaccinated. And that set Twitter ablaze.
Ablaze. So wait, no more Twitter?
Whew, baby. I'll tell you what, Corey. I'll tell you what I did not do today. What I did not do was call Aaron Rodgers a liar. But a whole lot of people did. A whole lot of people were jumping to that conclusion. I mean, look.
Interesting.
Look, he obviously said what he said. I don't think I have to spell it out for anybody. I want to hear from 12. Much like I said all offseason when everything was going on this summer, I want to hear from 12.
Why did he cancel his press conference?
Because he's on the reserve COVID list. When you're on the reserve COVID list, you can't talk to the media. Same reason we haven't heard from Devontae.
Oh.
So, yeah, I'd love to hear from Rodgers, but of course it's going to be a while.
It's going to be Tuesday. Tuesday we hear from Rodgers.
Tuesday from Pat McAfee. That'll be a fun show.
So what do you think the over-under is on him bagging out of that show?
No, he'll be on that show. Don't you think?
I think 100%.
Pat McAfee doesn't, that doesn't fall under the purview of the collective bargaining agreement. He can go on there if he wants to, and I think he will. But until then, can we not
I'm here for it.
Look, this is all I really...
Wait, what are you going to tell people not to do? I got to hear this.
We just not, it just blows my mind when there are, we've known about said information. Literally, the tweet goes out at, let's say 10 o'clock a.m. I know it probably went out a little later than that, but let's say 10 a.m., right? And by 10:08 or 09, there are just, streams, floods, threads of just declarations of what this guy is and what he has done and what he represents and how he has betrayed people and blah, blah, blah. And it's man, wow. Can we just breathe for a second? And just because I've seen people talking about the Packers and how they clearly knew. Mike Florio's fucking pinned tweet within 30 seconds of the news breaking was about Aaron Rodgers being asked whether he was vaccinated and how Aaron answered with, immunized instead of vaccinated, blah, blah, blah. Oh, he lied. And Mike had a thing up on his blog about how the Packers clearly were flouting the rules and regulations when, hello, yes, Aaron Rodgers has been in the press, the availabilities without a mask in the auditorium. You know who else has? Kirk Cousins, who also is unvaccinated. So clearly there is some kind of understanding and or, rule where it's fine for that to happen. But no, everyone's oh, he's put people in danger and all this stuff. Never mind that all the media has to be masked up and vaccinated to even be in that room. But everyone's ready to just destroy and pounce. And, it goes back to kind of what 12 was talking about on McAfee a couple weeks ago when he was saying, how Twitter has kind of wired our brains to this mob mentality. And then on the flip side, you have everybody, all the people who are anti-vaxxers and who don't believe in vaccinations for whatever reason. Holy cow, the Instagram of Cheesehead TV, as we speak, is a fucking holy war of vaxxers versus anti-vaxxers. Can we all just relax and chill? I guarantee you, whatever Rodgers did or didn't do, whatever the Packers or the NFL decide, I guarantee you it doesn't affect you. I guarantee it. It won't materially affect your life. So just, can you just take a breath? Have some empathy? Because I do think, yes, I understand, we did this whole thing a couple weeks ago where, why does Aaron Rodgers hate Aaron Nagler? Because we're fans of the Packers and not Aaron Rodgers, although, of course, we're huge fans of the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
But it's I don't doubt for a second that Aaron saw everything that Cole Beasley was going through, everything that Kirk Cousins, the blowback he got, and was you know what? I'm not dealing with any of that shit. And then he said what he said. And look, do I think maybe possibly, I kind of have some admiration for the guys who actually said what they believed and took the blowback? Sure. Yeah, I'm actually, I'm somewhat impressed by that. But I also understand where Aaron's coming from, if that is what he decided to do. And also, that brings us right back to, can we wait to hear from 12 before we start, throwing him under buses and what have you?
You can create we know what is true. We know, here's what we know, right? Mm-hmm. So it's hard because you infer off that trail, right?
Right.
You know that the press, which funnily enough, Ryan Wood is the only one who asked the right question, right?
Man, leave it to Ryan Wood. Big J journalist Ryan Wood, shout out.
I'm not a huge fan of Ryan Wood, but I got to give him props for asking the question because no one else did. Wilde even apologized for it, which I thought was farcical and hilarious. But here we have.
To be clear, I think Jason apologized for not following up on the language that Rodgers used. But continue. Sorry.
Yeah, that was farcical and hilarious. So yeah, exactly. So we know that he was parsing words. Now, the definition of immunized, so you got to give Aaron Rodgers credit because the definition of immunized means you're vaccinated. Like, if you look at, like, the definition, I was seeing that on Twitter. Right? So, clearly, like, you have to just, right now, you just have to take 12 at his word because that's what he's asked us to do since this whole thing went down of him maybe not being a Green Bay Packer to today, right? And to your point, like, we know those things are true. We also know the Packers knew. We don't know who else knew. We know that the NFL is now investigating the Packers. We also, I think we should always say, when we say the words Mike Florio, we should really say Minnesota Vikings fan Mike Florio, don't you think?
Yeah, it's a fair assessment. Yeah. I mean, as stated by Mike himself, he is a Vikings
because
fan.
Here's the thing. Yeah. I mean, if you don't say that, it's like, how is he not a homer, but you're a homer?
I know. It's always like whenever my stuff gets aggravated, like once in a while, my shit will get picked up by whatever outlets. It's always Packers blogger, Packers fan, blah, 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 blah. But when Mike Florio does anything, it's never Vikings fan Mike Florio.
It should be Vikings troll Mike Florio.
Vikings troll. Oh, I love it. It's true, though. 100% true.
But here's the thing. So, and you know this, Nagler, like people use sports to basically, it's our cocoon, right? It's our escape away from this is why I always say sports, news. Sports is not news. Sports is entertainment, right? Because it's our escape. It's our way to not be in our day to day, right? So it's inevitable that when it does, it invades, and all of the culture wars invade sports and like infect it, in this way that like now since the pandemic, it's almost like acceptable, right? It's acceptable to see everything. It used to be like sports was on this little thing where you didn't like, hey, there's a wall, you don't have any politics, all this stuff, and now it's like. It's a free-for-all. It's the world we're living in. And, I mean, you could be 12 and bemoan it, but I don't know.
I think it's fine if players are allowed to, like, you know what I mean? Because, like, for the longest time, it was players had to, quote, shut up and dribble. Now, players can say whatever they want. But when they say what they want, they're going to be judged.
Held accountable. They have to be, they're going to be judged.
That's the world.
And there's some accountability.
I just want to hear from the man himself. That's my thing.
Yeah.
That's just where I'm at with it. Should we get to some chats there, Behnke?
Yeah,
from the crowd?
I got through most of them. I got through most of the supers. I'm just going through the other ones. Let me go to the queue real quick.
What have we got to do?
Just making sure I didn't miss any on this front end. All right, here we go. View queue. All right, so back. Jake in the box. Thanks for the super chat. I would love to see folks who were all quick to condemn Allen Lazard have the same energy for QB1. Nagler, why do you want 12 condemned?
Don't want him condemned. Words matter. See the quote where I said the same energy? I didn't condemn Allen Lazard, and I don't want people to condemn Lazard or 12. I just want the energy level to be consistent. If you're like sitting there going, well, this thing and the other thing and blah, 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 but then you go turn around and say, oh, but it's Aaron Rodgers. He can do whatever he wants. Wait a second. All I ask is the same energy. I don't want anybody to be condemned. Just want you to be consistent. That's all.
Jamie, no last name. I'm excited for Love. Me too, Jamie. Me too.
Who isn't? How can you not be excited for Jordan King Love? Let's go.
PacFan39, thanks for super chat. What would you say Matt LaFleur game plan should be?
Oh, running the ball. There's no doubt that we'll see a heavier emphasis on the run game. I think you'll see more boot action. I'll be interested to see if there's more kind of not design runs, but more getting Jordan outside the pocket on the perimeter. Whether that's boot action, whether that's stuff where he is asked to use his legs a little bit more. But yeah, like Corey said, I doubt we see a bunch of 5 wide like we've seen with Rodgers. I think they'll sprinkle that in, but I think you'll see a lot more condensed formations, maybe a lot more motion, trying to get some delineated reads for the young quarterback throughout Sunday's game.
And then we got Brett on Facebook. Hey, thanks everybody on Facebook watching Packer Transplants. Appreciate you. Nagler is on his game. Today was ugly.
It was just hard to watch, man. It was hard to watch.
It was like a train wreck. Yeah. I mean, a car wreck. I mean, yeah, all those. Don Vito, 608. Thanks for Super Chat. I love 12, but that was a D-bag move on his part. All right.
You're certainly allowed your opinion. I reserve judgment.
Matt, thanks for the Super Chat. So the architect of Carry the G, who speaks about responsibility away from the facility, is irresponsible away from the facility. Yo. Casey Holbot, thanks for the Super Chat. Time to see the power of love. Hope you enjoyed the meme I sent you, Nags.
Loved
thanks,
it.
Casey,
Thanks,
for the Super
Casey.
Chat. Matt, thanks for the Super Chat. Rodgers best not come out and double down in his statement. He can make this right or he can make this worse. True story.
Fairly said, Matt.
Jeff Ness, thanks for Super Chat. We get a good look at love, and that could give us some clarity going forward. Winners find ways of making negatives a positive. True.
I love that,
true.
Jeff. Love it, buddy.
I'm too old for this. Not I'm too old for this. Too old for this. This team needs one thing and one thing only. Quarterback, wide receiver, Tom Grossi.
No, I mean, that's obvious, isn't it?
That's a no from me, dog. Oh, here we go. Tom Grossi. Tom Grossi responds, I'm ready. Oh, no. What happened to Nagler?
Just fell out.
Oh, dear. Nagler.
Behnke, why? Dude, it literally went under the tracks.
Your ear hair pushed your earpiece out. Great. Hilarious.
Yeah, quick.
All right, so let's move on. We'll move on. We got Tom Grossi's ready, but that's a no from me. I mean, people are saying that I should be wide receiver, but no, I'd rather have Tom Grossi as wide receiver than me. Why is he a quarterback wide receiver combo? I'm missing something. I thought Tom Grossi was just supposed to be a wide receiver. I thought that was the thing. Tulio Fonseca, thanks for the Super Chat. Win-free is loss-free in his career. True story. Thanks for the Super Chat. Appreciate you. Oh, because I'm pushing remove from view. Don Vito 608. Thanks for Super Chat. Love is going to do great. Yes, he is. I agree. Don Vito 608 again. We can still love Rodgers and think what he did was effing stupid. It was misleading as hell and a D-bag move, but he's not a bad guy. I think, I get the emotion. It's just, we gotta wait for 12, really, at the end of the day. Dustin Shuett, thanks for the Super Chat. Put Horquez in at QB1. Pappies, thanks for doing this. Thank you, Dustin. Appreciate the Super Chat. What are you doing? Horquez. Janine, did you finally figure it out, Nagler?
I got it. Oh, yeah, I figured it out all right.
Okay. Janine Marti on Facebook. Janine, thanks for yikes. I glanced briefly to the screen while talking to someone else and thought Corey was with Mike McCarthy. It's like anything.
It's like anything.
It's like anything. Eric Locke, thanks for Super Chat. If we win with love as QB1, is LaFleur Coach of the Year? Yes, true story.
He's already Coach of the Year.
He's already Coach of the Year, yeah. Nagler, okay, I need you to answer one of these so I can look for some more.
Yes, sir.
Dustin Shuett, thanks for Super Chat. Jerry Gray, the latest to step up for this team when called upon. J Love is next. Is Preston's dog in the COVID protocol? Pappies, Bears still suck.
Oh, Preston's poor dog. I mean, look, the bit about whoever that was a little earlier with the chat about carrying the G and then not doing right away from the facility. I mean, that's some deep shit right there. I mean, there's no joke when you talk about, the fact that there are rules for unvaccinated players. That Halloween party is in direct violation of those rules that are supposedly in place for players outside the facility. So that's something that Rodgers is going to have to answer for at some point. There's zero doubt about that.
Where did I go? I lost where I was. Okay, I got it. Aaron Gonzalez. Is that where I am?
Yes.
Yeah. Aaron Gonzalez, this is a great defense to make your first career start against. I think Love will show flashes. Our defense makes a big play. Pack by 3. Go, Pack, go. Pack
Love
by
it, Aaron.
3?
Love it.
It's going to be more than 3.
Hey,
come on.
Corey.
What?
We winning. We winning.
Zach Peak, skull means our team sucks. Did not know that.
Well,
I didn't realize
confirmation
that. That makes
of
perfect sense
all these
now.
years I've wondered what the fuck it means, and now we know.
thought it meant something like that. Too old for this. Thanks, Super Chat. Remember when everyone was pissed at Rodgers during the offseason, and then when he spoke, it all made sense? Yes, let's see what the man says. I agree with you. The only thing too old for this that didn't make sense was when he said that his agents and people who represent him didn't do anything.
Didn't leak anything.
The only nit.
That's some nonsense.
That's the
right there.
only nit that I have to pick with his whole press conference. Other than that, it was awesome. He Soder, thanks for Super Chat. Packers fans all over the world, join hands. Start the love train. Love train. I agree.
Love train.
Anthony Settles, thanks for Super Chat. Appreciate you. Kiru, thanks for Super Chat. If you want to know how we'll play Sunday, just watch Sean McVay with Jared Goff. Everything to make it easy on the QB.
Bingo.
All right.
100%.
I like it. Dabbing Dad, thanks to the Super Chat. Hear LaFleur say, it's like anything today. Time is a flat circle.
Yes, I legit laughed out loud when he said it. Because it's not the first time he's done it, but today, for whatever reason, it really struck a chord.
I'm just making sure I have all the Super Chats.
Very good.
Do I have the Super Chats?
Make sure you have all the Super Chats.
From Tank Tank, thanks Super Chat. If Matt has proven anything in Green Bay, he knows football. We all should have complete confidences in a QB he has trained and developed. Go Pack, go.
Word.
I like it. Matt, thanks for Super Chat. Nags, you can't leave Corey alone. He did.
How well I
did
know.
Okay, it was fine. It was fine. Even though A.J. Dillon has no confidence in my hosting ability, I did okay. Tom Ingham on Facebook. Love puts up better numbers than Fields this week. Bears fans melt down.
Oh, my God.
Like
that would be so... Oh, that'd be great.
That would be so great.
Let's do it, people. I love this idea.
I would like that. Matt Mamba, who we love, by the way.
What's up, Matt Mamba?
One like on this video equals one antibody for Aaron Rodgers.
Hit the like button, people.
You know what you need to do, people.
Gotta hit that like button.
Smoking J Nobody, thanks Super Chat. Singing love is all we need. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Amen to that
is true.
Smoking
Let's hope he passes protocol. I hope he passes it.
Okay.
I'm praying for it.
Oh, Lord.
And that's all I got, Nagler.
I just want to address something really quick. There's someone in the chat has said...
wait, Tom. Hold on.
Oh.
This guy, I just put another one in there. This is great.
Oh.
What Skull represents. Oh, wait. Yeah. Tommy C. on Facebook. Thanks for this. Skull, still keep on losing.
There you go. There you go. I've seen this echoed a couple times. You can still... I just want to... I'm not getting political or any bullshit here. I just want to make a point. Someone's saying you can have the vaccine and still get COVID. This is true, 100%. That is also 1 billion% not the point. And if you are using that as your argument, you have completely missed the boat. The point is there are protocols in place and there are rules that unvaccinated players have to adhere to or are supposed to, including where they are allowed to go and what they are allowed to do away from the facility. That's what we're talking about. Those rules are not for us to judge. You can say they're bad. You can say they're stupid. It's like pass interference or holding or whatever, or roughing the quarterback. You can think they're stupid rules, and that's fine. But the yellow flag's been thrown, and the penalties are getting called. What we think about the formation of the rules means absolutely nothing. The NFLPA and the NFL have agreed, and Aaron Rodgers is a member of the NFLPA, so he falls under the purview of these rules, that these are the things unvaccinated players have to adhere to. And that Halloween party, 1 billion% goes against those rules, his participation thereof. So I understand whatever you want to say about the vaccine and COVID and whatever, and you're completely missing the point.
I would only add to that, Nagler. I'm not trying to take away from you, Sam, but I would say that actually the rules that have been collectively bargained are more important than NFL rules, which have not been collectively bargained.
Oh, yeah, of course. I would definitely agree
holding.
There.
Right. Rodgers' whole point was, hey, we don't have a say in those rules. But guess what? They do have a say in how all these rules are.
They were bargained by his union, which he had a voice in. You know, it's like, I'm sorry. You have to you talk about responsibility away from the facility? That's where I kind of start to lose him. That's where I'm just like, man, you know what you signed up for. These are the rules that your union bargained. So that's where I get a little kind of touchy on it. But we have another super chat. We have one more. Or no, we have two more.
We have two more. Oh, yeah. PacFan39, Dre on Kelsey, Stokes on Hill. What do you think?
Oh, boy. I think Stokes on Hill makes all the sense in the world. Obviously, their speed matchup will be amazing. I think Andy Reid does a better job, probably better than anybody in the league, of finding ways to get a guy off on a free release. I think they're going to be doing that a lot. You saw that against the Giants on Monday night. But, yes, Stokes will, I would think, draw that a lot of the time because, man, are you putting Rasul Douglas over there? You want Kevin King, who is a full participant in practice today, on Hill? I don't think anybody wants that. I will say I'll be shocked if they play a bunch of man. I think they'll play a lot of cloud coverage, whether that's cover 2, 3, what have you. They'll keep everything or try to keep everything in front of them. We saw a lot of that in Arizona. But when they do go man, because you have to mix it up a little bit, I would suspect, Stokes will probably draw that. I mean, talk about baptism by fire. Kid was just going up against DeAndre Hopkins last week. Now, welcome. Here's Tyreek Hill.
Wow, that was a long answer. Anthony Settles, thanks for Super Chat. Certainly should be a Tom Grossi video. LOL, love will kill it.
Word.
I want to be in a Tom Grossi video. I've never been in a Tom Grossi video.
I've been on a podcast, but I don't think I've been in the video.
I want to be in a video. Like, can I be the guy that beats up the Washington Redskins fan guy?
I like it.
You know what I mean? Doesn't he have like a guy?
You're certainly qualified for that. Yeah, no doubt.
That would be fun. I mean, I'm not saying I want to beat up Tom Grossi, just that character, the Washington one, the
right.
Washington football fan. He Soder, thanks for Super Chat. Crazy day. This content helped. Go Pack Go.
Thanks, Soder.
Appreciate you, He.
Thanks for checking in, buddy.
Matt, Rodgers dropped that G, never carried it. His messaging may fall on deaf ears, especially if suspended. Please tell me that's not what we're ending on.
No.
Wow.
I don't think 12 is getting suspended. But as far as never carrying the G, man, you can't just dismiss everything Rodgers has done.
Yeah, I'm not dismissing
ever in the history of his
not.
career with Green Bay.
Nope.
Come on now.
Nope, not doing it. Not doing it. Wildflower, that's who it is.
Wildflower.
Yeah, what can I do to Wildflower? I can get Wildflower high or something like on a video. It'll be funny. Or teach Wildflower how to watch the Packers correctly because he has a garbage team. All right. Oh, here we go. We got all the chats coming in. I'm good. Hey, Nagler, I'm going to see the UWGB women's basketball team. They're about to play in 9 minutes, so I got to get out of here.
You got to go. So let's give a shout out to our Patreon members. And if you're not a Patreon member, please consider giving us some support over there, patreon.com/cheeseheadtv. And for every Patreon member, if you weren't at the happy hour, the Patreon event is on the Saturday evening prior to the Bears game in December. So look for the Patreon page for more information on that. That'll do it for this episode of Packer Transplants Live. We'd like to thank everyone who makes Cheesehead TV part of their daily Packers routine. We are and will always be devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide.
What do we like to do? Put the best what out there? Come on, Nagler, help me out. Best 5, all right? Best 5.